This week, I fly a very special VIP to her new home, enjoy an interesting in-flight meal, and fly from perhaps the world's fanciest airport as I take a flight on a private jet airline for dogs. Welcome to Dubai, the city that never sleeps, the city that has, it seems, absolutely everything, including being a destination for an airline with a very particular type of clientele. An airline for dogs. And I'm taking a flight with them today. Let's get across to the airport and see what it's all about. Hello, good morning. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. My flight today was leaving from Al Maktoum Airport, which is on the other side of Dubai and about a 40-minute drive from downtown Dubai. But when we got there, we didn't pull up to the regular passenger terminal. We arrived here at the VIP terminal. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well.
Good, thank you. Hi.
Only one bag?
Just the one, thank you. Yeah.
Traveling to where today?
To London.
To London,
Yes. 509 Charlie Quebec. That's the
509 Charlie Cubic?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Would you like the luggage to be in the cabin?
I think it's just got to go in the hold, I think,
In the
because
hold?
it's quite full, so yeah. If that's okay. I do have to say that this is the first airport terminal I've ever been to with a selfie booth outside. Once you get inside though, this terminal's absolutely stunning. So the airline I'm flying on today is called K9 Jet. They are a British airline with a growing route network of routes that you can take your doggo on, and they're all on private jets. The idea being that you can actually ride with your doggo instead of shoving them in the cargo hold of a plane, and it's quite a popular service. And one of their routes they do is from here in Dubai to London, and that's what we're doing today. And there's one of our passengers just arriving now. Our passenger today is Mila. This beautiful golden retriever is moving house from Dubai back to the UK. Pretty soon it was time to get on board, and I do have to say that boarding your plane past a row of Lamborghinis was quite a new experience for me. Right, thank you. As we stepped outside, however, it was clear that Mila wasn't quite as eager to get on the plane as I was. Airports are noisy places, especially for dogs, and poor Mila needed a little bit of help to be brave enough to get on the plane. Eventually, though, with a little bit of help, she made it up the steps onto the plane, and we were ready to go for the flight to London. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, good, thank you. Hi there, how you doing?
Hi, great, what's your name?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how you doing? Good, thank you. K9 Jets use these Gulfstream 4 private jets, and with just two of us on plus Mila, it promised to be a comfy ride across to the UK. Alright then, welcome aboard the K9 Jets Gulfstream 4. This is a $30 million private jet, and it's used on all of K9 Jet's routes between Farnborough and various locations, today Dubai. And we've got Mina on board. She's getting settled in nicely down at the front there, and then at the back we've got a few seats. I'll walk around the plane once we've taken off, but for now we're getting settled in on a nice perfect flight over to London. Once everyone had embarked, it was time to push back from the stand and get on our way for the 7-hour and 30-minute flight to Europe. K9 Jets offer flights from London to both the USA and the Middle East, as well as from the US to other destinations around Europe. While they sell the seats on the flights, they're operated by private jet operators, in this case the American company Pegasus Aviation, on a range of long-haul business jets like this Gulfstream 4. There we go, Mila's getting settled in for the flight now. She was a little bit nervous when we took off. She didn't like the noise outside the plane. It's really noisy, especially for a doggo out there on the airport ramp. But she's getting settled in now and tempted with in-flight snacks of peanut butter and things. So she's good. She's good. This is the thing, you see. I know from experience, we've flown before with our dog. When we moved from Britain to America and we flew with our Susie, and we had to have her shipped over because there was nothing like this available to fly her to Texas from the UK. So she had to go in a crate in the belly of a BA 787 on a 10-hour flight across the Atlantic. We felt horrendous doing that. I have no idea how the dog must have felt. I try not to think about how scary it must have been for her out there on the airport ramp with all the noise, and even seeing, bless her, Mila, even with her mama, going across to the plane today like that. She was scared. On getting on the plane, she was scared. Imagine what it would be like for a dog in a crate. And unfortunately, that's the reality. The thing is, when we flew Susie over to the US, it ended up costing us like $5,000. It's not much more for this service, where you get to fly on a private jet with your dog at the side of you, giving them treats and keeping them comfortable through the flight. This is just so much better for them. Now, seeing poor Mila there, frightened and nervous to get on a plane, well, it really made me think that actually it's not just humans that are scared of flying or have this travel anxiety. People with a fear of flying contact me all the time asking me just how I do it, because it really impacts on their lives. People can't travel on holiday, they miss family events like weddings and things, all because of this anxiety that they face whenever it's time to get on a plane. Now, there's numerous ways that you can help to deal with travel anxiety. Meditation, grounding mechanisms, breathing exercises a lot of the time can really help. But what works for one person might not work for somebody else, and sometimes the best thing that you can do is to sit and talk to somebody and talk through all of these things and figure out the right way for you to go about this.
For this, one option you could consider is this week's paid partner, BetterHelp. BetterHelp have a network of over 30,000 credentialed therapists who you can talk to start working out how to go through some of the issues that you might be experiencing.
Signing up for them is really easy. You just go on the website, answer a few questions, and fairly soon you're matched with a therapist who you'll be able to start talking to, having weekly sessions with them, as well as having access to them through live chat too. And if at any point you figure out it's not working with a particular therapist, well, that's fine. You can just swap to another one with absolutely no hard feelings on either side. BetterHelp's got over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot as well, so you know that it's a platform that you can trust. Right now, BetterHelp are giving you 10% off your first month when you use my promo code Noel at betterhelp.com/Noel. That's betterhelp.com/NOEL. Alright, so let's do a little tour of the Gulfstream 4 private jet. So it's in quite a nice config, this actually. We've got a few seats here at the front. It's a sort of two seats. Where I'm sitting here is just around this table here. There's like it's a credenza. I know it's called a credenza because that's what they had on Singapore Airlines. We've got some snacks and things there. Not sure what's in any of this. We can't sit on there. And then at the back, we've got the lovely Mila taking a nice little nap there, and the toilets down there. We'll go and do a loo review in a little while, and there's like a couch just there, a divan that you can sit on and relax as well. It's quite a nice jet. We're going to be heading up today to London. Normally it's a non-stop flight from Dubai, about 8-9 hours. Today we've got quite strong headwinds, so we're going to have to make a refueling stop along the way in Milan, Italy. So that'll be quite cool. We'll stop there, get a fresh air break, have a wander around outside the plane, and get back on board for the flight across to Farnborough in London later on today. But so far so good, a very pleasant ride. Usually there would be quite a few more passengers on this flight, 9 passengers plus however many dogs on this service. Today there's just a couple of us, and Mila's heading back to London. She's actually off to spend time with her family in London, where the weather's a little bit cooler for her than over here in Dubai, and her mummy's taking her over there to be with her family over there. And this is a perfect service for that sort of thing, really, because it means that you actually get to travel with your doggo and have a nice comfy flight with them. Interestingly, Gulfstream jets have these huge massive windows, so they don't really have the standard sort of window blind config. There's a little slider up here, and you do this, look, watch what happens, and you slide that across and it goes down. I mean, like, how fancy is that? I mean, an electric one would be fancier, but that's still pretty cool, isn't it? Feels very luxurious. As we cruised over Saudi Arabia, it was time to say bon appetit as the dinner service began. Right, so while Mila's back there enjoying her peanut butter and doggy treats, we've got something a little bit fancier as humans on this flight. Started off today, we got a choice of food through a menu that they send you before you get on the flight. And today, the starter is shrimp for me, and then I've gone for the chicken for the main course, which will be here soon. But this is like shrimp and avocado, I think. It looks very nice. Give it a go. Wow, I've got to eat properly now and daintily because I'm on a posh environment. I think, isn't it? You work from the outside in with your cutlery, so that'll be that little fork there. I think. I don't know. I'm not posh enough for this. That's good though. Right, the entree has arrived. I've gone for the chicken today. That's what I pre-ordered. I think there was a choice of like beef or something as well that you could have had. I went for the chicken. It looks quite tasty. Bon appetit. After dinner, it was time to head through the galley into the very back of the plane.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright then, it's the one you've been waiting for, the Gulfstream 4 Lou Review. It's time to go potty. If you were a doggo. Hopefully the doggos don't go potty. What actually happens with that actually? I do believe actually that they have a special setup in case the doggy needs an emergency wee wee or something. I think there's something like that anyway. But anyway, this is the toilet at the back of the Gulfstream 4 and it's quite big, quite huge. It's carpeted underfoot, quite pleasant. And then we've got sort of a nice toilet down there that lifts up. And then we've got some, what's in all these hatches here? Let's have a look. Fire extinguisher in that one, we can't go in there. What's in there? Pillowcases. Wipes and things and lotions. Pain and cold medicines, Alka-Seltzer, cough drops. You get it all on a private jet, don't you? You don't get this on Emirates. Toothbrushes, chapsticks, mouthwash. This is like the world's biggest amenity kit. Goodness me, look at all this stuff. Hairspray. I could do with some of that, couldn't I? Lint rollers. Band-aids, Q-tips. There you go, you've got it all in the Gulfstream 4 bathroom, haven't you? Very nice. And you've got your sink over here, all lit up and everything. Very, very nice. It's quite noisy back here because we've obviously got the engines both sides of us way back here at the side of the jet, but it's pretty flipping cool, this, isn't it? You can't beat a ride on an amazing aircraft like the Gulfstream 4. Honestly, for so many years I have seen these planes taking off and flying and thinking I would so love to get a ride on one of these. And here I am. I can't believe my luck. I'm so fortunate that I get to be able to do this for my job. Isn't it incredible? But anyway, we're here on the Doggo Express. I need to go potty and then I get back to my seat and sit for a bit.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
We cruised across the Mediterranean at 45,000 feet and Mila was, for the most part, fairly calm. She did try running to the flight deck a couple of times, but fortunately the crew knew this might be a possibility and had kept the door firmly closed to prevent any canine-related flight problems. When she did start to get a little stressed, Mila tucked into her in-flight snacks of peanut butter and honey, and as we got closer to Milan, she was able to have a drink. Flying is thirsty work even for humans, and Mila was in need of a nice big bowl of water. So these seats actually recline a really long way. It's almost like a flatbed. It's not quite a flatbed, but you can sort of put your feet up on the other seat there if there's nobody there. If there was somebody there, then obviously you wouldn't, but I can. And I think some of them, I'm not sure which ones. I think some of the captain's chairs might recline into like a full flatbed or something, but I'm alright on here for now. Try and get a bit of rest. A long way to go. We've got a really strong headwind today. It's taken us a long while to get over to Milan, where we're going to have to refuel. So it's, long old flight. So I'm going to try and get a bit of rest and see how the flight goes. Well, the fasten seatbelt sign has just come on, meaning that we need to sit and stay while we take a flight down into Milan and pause this flight for just a few minutes while we get some more gas poor Mila, bless her, can get off the plane and stretch her legs, have a bit of a wee, and then we get back on the plane for the last little bit, once we've got some fuel, up to Farnborough. So, yeah, we should be on the ground in about 20 minutes from now. Unfortunately, the weather for our approach into Milan's Linate airport was pretty bad, which meant a rather bumpy approach and quite a firm, noisy landing, something that proved quite stressful for poor Mila. Myself, Mila's mum and the cabin attendant Megan gave her lots of fuss to try and keep her calm through the scary landing. Good girl. Hey, good girl.
What a good girl. What a good girl.
Alright, bibbidi babbidi, welcome to Milano, Linate Airport. We've stopped here to have some gas really because we need a little bit more to get us all the way to London. Bless her, Mila was petrified through that landing. It was a bit bumpy for her and a bit noisy, so we need to go inside. Yes, okay. Oh, we've got to go inside. We're in Milan, Linate Airport. We've just dropped our passports off. They're sorting out all the sort of transit border formalities. Mila's been an absolute star. You've been such a star, yes. Nice wet nose, like that. We've got to do it all over again now, because now she's off to London. 3 time zones in one day. It's a very well-travelled dog. It seemed she was the star of the show in Milan too, as she got VIP attention from almost everyone working at the airport. Eventually though, the plane was refuelled, our passports returned to us, and we were cleared to get back on board the Gulfstream for the next leg. Alright then, time to get back on board. Next stop, Farnborough. Come on, sweetheart. Really good. Come on, lovely. There we go. Thank you, Maxie. Bye-bye. Hey, good girl. See, we did it. Good girl. You know where you are now, don't you, lovely? There we go. Alright, we're pushing back from the stand. Time to get on our way out to the taxiway. That was pretty quick. We were in and out within about 40 minutes, which wasn't too bad at all, really. The pilots managed to sort out the flight plan and everything really quickly, and we are off on our way to Farnborough. Freshly fuelled. Nice little hour and 20-minute hop now up from Italy, across France and into London. Right then, we are up and away from Milan now, heading to Farnborough, London. They're going to bring around a bit of a snack to eat along the way. Mila's got some treats back there as well. She's really calm now. She did much better on this takeoff than on the first one, so that's good. And yeah, hopefully soon all be landing all well in Farnborough in England. So here's the important thing then, how much does this service all cost? Well, a one-way ticket between London and either New York or Dubai seems to run somewhere between $9,000 and $10,000 US, depending on your dates, for a human and up to 2 dogs, depending on their size. Now, while that might sound expensive, when we flew into Houston with Susie, her ticket alone cost $5,000 in her cargo crate, and by the time you've added in human flights as well, and the fact that you could take up to 2 dogs if they're less than £50, and fly private with minimal stress, I'd say K9 jets are definitely worth looking at. I just wish that we'd have had this service available for us when we moved over to the States. But pretty soon we were touching down on a miserable, murky evening into Farnborough near London. Mila was a pro at this now and was so much calmer on this landing than she had been on the first. Alright, we made it. Mila did fantastic on that flight. Such a good girl. Oh, I'm proud of her. She's made it. Little adventure is over.
Mila's so tired.
such a good girl. We just had to wait a few minutes for our passports to be checked and for Mila's paperwork to be sorted out by the British authorities. Yep, okay, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you've got to get your...
Yeah, it's okay. Lovely to meet you anyway. Well done, sweetheart. Enjoy your new home. Oh, no problem at all. Lovely to meet you. Good luck with everything. Come on, sweetheart. Thank you. See ya. Thanks very much, Megan. Lovely to meet you. See you later. Bye-bye. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Thanks,
What car are you
there.
in this car?
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, how you doing? Good to meet you. Sorry. Cold. Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much. Just one bag, yeah, and that's it. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. All good. Thank you. Thank you. From Farnborough, it was just a quick 40-minute drive up the M3 to Heathrow, where I'd got a connecting flight later that evening. Alright, I made it to Heathrow, Terminal 2, for my flight onwards back towards home. Absolutely amazing day today. Well done to Mila. She is home now in London in her new home with her mama, hopefully getting settled in. And right now, well, I'm off to my new home, or new home for 3 years. I'm off back to the States. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care. And, well, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.